honestly. Like I've done probably like under a year of kickboxing when I first started. So like going back into it, I think will be really exciting. Uh, so that's why like, I always check all the Muay Thai guys in the back. I love the shorts and the gloves and stuff. So I don't know. That's the thing. Like I got my black belt in jiu-jitsu, got it in judo. So I want to like start all over again. I love constantly learning and growing. We just talked about. Um, so it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. How'd you get into training, like personal training, that kind of world?
That it's funny because I feel like any high school, so I can't even say like because of a private school or anything like that. I was never the biggest person. Growing up, I was like 120 pounds, like toothpick skinny. So going to different parties or going from different areas, I got tired of being like the smallest person in the room, and I want to grow my self confidence. I want to grow myself.
It's funny because I don't think of you as a small. You're like buff. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
now.
It's totally different now. Yeah, shoes on the other foot. Um, but it was funny because I believe it first started whenever I did water polo. So when I played water polo, I gained like 30 pounds because I was constantly eating, swimming, training every day. So I got into that routine of going and training every day, and you slowly got bigger, gained weight, got a little bit more mass. But then it still was the same because I feel like whenever you're a kid, like you're always gonna get not you're always gonna get picked on, but it depends on your environment. There's always challenging events, growing
Even
events
as you
and
get
all that
older,
stuff.
right? Like, you know, just things happen, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Even if it's not physically, it's in another way.
exactly. So just in general, not even only about being big. When I first started working out, I started feeling just confident in my shoes, carrying myself better around. If it's for work, if it's for school, for anything. So I think that's what started like my interest in it. And I was training, getting stronger. Like, okay, I'm a small guy, but I'm able to take on someone that's twice as big as me. When I first started judo, I was like, okay, like let me keep continuing this. Um, so just started training more, got into like a routine. But at first I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But after like understanding it, because people would consider, in my opinion, like working out, like, okay, yeah, you go to the gym, but that's it. But if you're really serious about it, I don't want to call it a martial art, but there's an art behind it, knowing how to
Sure,
train,
for sure.
knowing how to train. And then it was funny because before I started any martial art, like when I first started judo, I used to work out like crazy. I was like the biggest person on that mat, and I felt like I was a walking like brick. Like I couldn't scratch my own back or anything. So when I came in, I saw all these kids that are like 12 years old, 13 years old, and they're just practicing like, oh, I could take these kids on. I got smashed. Like I got smashed every day, every day. And what I liked about that place too, it was a little bit more old school. So like you weren't babied. It was like if you come and if you train, um, and if you're the baby, you're gonna get your ass kicked. So they like instilled like, okay, like you have to understand that there's a level of respect. Like you don't like, yeah, you're big, but all these kids just tossing me, and like, okay, I have to understand technique. I can't just muscle my way out of everything. So that's what like kind of flipped the switch in my head. I'm like, okay, I don't understand shit. I need to like uh, figure out what's going on. So training with them, uh, again, building my self confidence, building my technique, building my skills, and then what was nice is that I had that strength to pair it with that. So yeah, certain positions when I get into, I muscle my way out of it. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know why not? Um, but then understanding how to train for martial arts now, like that's what I started doing then, and then continuing and growing that now, because you could go in to work out, you could do your bicep curls, you could do all that stuff. It's great, sure, if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, but if you're doing any form of martial arts, you have to adapt like your physical like weight training to that too. So if I'm doing cleans, if I'm doing deadlifts or anything, it transfers everything over to this. If someone's on top of me, I'm able to throw them off or get a certain position that I want. So it's nice, and then hopefully like instill a training program and help others with that too.